Alrighty, we're back. We're going to have some round 2 action here. Let me go ahead and throw up my desktop. I believe this is going to be... Oh no, that's backwards. This, I believe, to be the matchup. You have Uchti's deck on the left, and you have BigZ's deck on the right. And I'm going to go ahead and check the Discord to see... Their game is up. I'm going to go ahead and still do this introduction here. Yeah, both decks extraordinarily strong. Akari, one of the highest stats I've ever seen. It's got Exhumes for Inverness, for Eddie, for Ludo. It's got Interdimensional Graft to do a little bit about large amounts of Amber generation. On the fringes is a very strong discard to let you discard discards as well. And over here, M. Johansson, Consulted Deck Guild. It's got Hysteria Infernus, which is quite strong. Poltergeist for some artifact control. And let's see, it's got Transporter Platform with a number of upgrades. It's going to generate a lot of Amber. United Action's a dope card as well. Odoac to limit stealing in the Saurian house there. Yeah, Imperial Scutum, one of my... It's a very frustrating card. Yeah, anywho, let's go ahead and we'll throw up bracket real quick. We're down here in round 2 here. We've got Uchti versus BigZ, and I'm going to go find that game real quick. Watch. Why is it not letting me get in this game? Uch. Watch. Let me set up a timer. And yeah, the players are ready. I'm ready. Here's the game view. Yeah, so this is going to be an exciting game. Both players are on their second string decks now that the first round has finished. This is the loser bracket. Yeah, this is exciting. I got the deck matchup correct this time. So, looks like... Did not announce who's going first. Anyway, here's the deck lists again. City State, a very strong card. When you have any amount of board, like capture a bunch, create some big swings. Festering Touch, Light Removal. Obsidian Forge is a fun key sheet as well. And I love Lord Invidious. That's a super fun turn 1 play. Really shuts down your opponent until they find removal. Daughter, also a fairly strong turn 1 play. Getting you those extra cards, help you get burned through your deck. Obviously, the more you get through your deck, the more consistent your games will be. And with, 100th percentile decks, they're going to be pretty consistent. They're going to be fast, usually, or just a load of Amber control. It'll be interesting to see what happens. This will be an interesting match for sure. Looks like BigZ is going to be going first. Invitational Poltergeist in the opening hand for Uchti. This was the deck, though. Has not finished with you. It doesn't have the exhumes, so yeah, he's gonna throw that back. We'll be looking for Infernus later, get that Amber Control value out of it. Both I'm not finished with you, so I'm sure he's not very happy about that mulligan. BigZ. Alright. Gonna start off with his Paraguardian here. It's gonna let him protect his board up some. Looks like Uchi's just gonna start jamming cards, get that disc stuff out of his hand, snag on the board, letting him have Lighthouse control if some smaller stuff gets into play. And yeah, he's sitting on a 2/2/2 hand there. Looks like Wild Wormhole's gonna play his City State Interest. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Oh, that's a card you want to have for later. Eddie's gonna go ahead and archive a card. Here comes a Titan Guardian as well as the other Eddie. Burns through his whole hand, archives up some cards. He's off to the races. Strong Sanctum board there, and he'll be able to use Paraguardian to ward if he does choose to go into Saurian this next turn. I don't think he will until he can get some more Amber on his dudes, but we'll see. Checking out Uchti, he's got to figure out how to manage this kind of awkward hand. I think if it were me, I'd be leaning towards playing Dis again, just kind of get out of this 2/2/2 situation. But he's going to go ahead and play the United Action. That lets him just play out the discards as well as... Yeah, it is Alpha. Can he play Quadricoder still? Yes, he can. So he gets out of the 2/2/2 situation, gets up to 3 discards on the board. He's got a decent setup there. We'll see if BigZ, he does have 2 Logos cards in hand. I kind of expect him to play Logos here and deal with that E, as well as play out those 2 cards in hand, excluding that Tau Tau Vapors, which is a powerful card to just play kind of whenever. Logos is up. He's going to fight down the Snag. Eddie and Eddie going to drop the E on the... No, they're reaping. What? Why did he fight EE once? Might have been a misclick, I guess. There's no take-backsies aside from house choice in this tournament. So when you see plays like that, yeah, it's a tough one. The text not being on the bottom of the cards, that's a little, you hate to see it. I'm gonna make these stuff a little bigger for now. I think I'll shrink it back down if it turns out it's too hard to see because stuff starts stacking. But for now, hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys watching the stream. Action is on Uchti here. He's going to go into Dis. He's still got the EE. Lilithal is going to let him capture an Amber. 3 Fates is going to kill Paraguardian Titan and the Lilithal. Poltergeist. Not going to hit anything. Why didn't he discard that? I guess he didn't want to purge one of his discards. Interesting. Let me note that down as something I want to ask Uchti after the game. Alright, and action's back on BigZ here. At the top, he's got a load of Saurian cards in his hand he could get moving on. Or he's got Exhume Snag Eterome in his Dis house. I think, he knows that there are board clears in Uchti's deck. He might not want to jam out all the Saurian cards, but we're gonna see him come out here. He's got Ludo, Brutodon, the library. We'll see if Centurion comes out as well. Yeah, there he goes. Dumps his Axiom of Grisk, being ahead on the board there. This is looking like a pretty large Axiom. It's a little awkward with his exile here, given that it won't kill the Theros Centurion if he exiles it across the board. Neutrino Flux is going to kill all these 3-power creatures if he wants, and then it's a little awkward. Bladed Archon's just going to be played out. Otherwise, he's going to go into Saurian. He's cost 12 amber because of the double eddy. That's pretty funny. All right, let's see. Good Axiom his EE. Interesting. Gonna send EE across. Play the Theros Centurion. You can Axiom of Grisk that. And now it's sturdy. Alright, so he's got a Ward Thero. Sorry, I feel like I have to sneeze. Not gonna happen. Alright, he's got to deal with the chains. He's got 7 amber. He's now costing 6 since the eddies are gone. But that's only gonna last for so long. With the double Exhume here, or I might even see both eddies come back. I don't know. Probably more likely eddy and a taunt. Festoon Touch gonna pop that ward. Binding Iron's gonna ramp up the chains on Uchti. He's now sitting at 4. I see they've got chains on top of the deck here. Plays out Buzzle, Eterome, and Snag. And we'll see what he chooses to assume here. Again, here's the discard pile. Pulls back 1 eddy. Bump up those key costs. Yep, I'm going for the double eddy. Exhume his whole hand, or archive his whole hand. That's pretty strong. So he's got a commanding disboard, but only 1 discard in hand. It is that Lord Invidious that he'd like to have in the center, all things considered. Buzzle can help modify that, as well as Eterome. He also has 4 Saurian cards. We're going to see Star Alliance play here from Uchti, who is dealing with those chains from his Axiom and from the Binding Irons. Plays out a First Officer Frame. Neutrino fluxes it, evens the board right up. You still got that banging Theros Centurion there. 7 power, 2 amber. Or, yeah, 2 armor. BigZ is looking to play Saurian now. His eddies again in the bin. Key costs are down to 6, so he's going to try to prevent that key potentially here. Yep, Redder Gallum sends the key cost right on up to 9. Tribune Pompatus, going to buff guys with Amber on them. Quester Jarda, another Tribune, and then the Senator. Ah, it's the big Senator. Spend Amber on your friendly creatures as if it were in your pool. This is a bonkers card. It every exalt you do, every capture you do, just gets so much value. This is essentially, you kind of got to treat it like you treat a witch in Untamed. If you see it, you got to kill it. And it did manage to not be under taunt. Uchti has some decisions to make here. He does have Cincinnatus Rex. He could use that to well, he doesn't have any other stuff he wants to really be ready on his board currently. I guess Thero could do a little work, but there's other options here. Hysteria, not really going to get him too much back on board at all. It's not going to help him draw cards. And Commander Chen with a Cloaking Dongle. Oh, this is a tough spot for Uchti. Let me bump this down slightly. No, not the wrong way. There it goes. Yeah, Uchti needs to get back on this board. He's in a bit of a pinch here. The redder is just going to get bigger as Tribune Pompitus. It's gonna, yeah, that's got to go. He's gonna go ahead, buff up his Theros Centurion, fight it into the redder, capturing an amber, reducing the Saurian presence on board a bit, but will it be enough? He's only drawn one Saurian card, so most of his board control is going to come out of Thero fighting, Cincinnatius Rex fighting, and then readying Thero again. So he does have a fairly, I don't know, that should be able to do enough. Tribune can't be fighting. Dreaded and Brachus are really the only two that can get buffed up. And neither of them can get buffed up quite enough to survive the incoming Saurian beatdown, at least as it stands currently. So it looks like BigZ is going to preemptively do some fighting before a fight he can exalt, get buffed up, and slam down that Cincinnatius Rex, which severely limits Uchti's board control through the Saurian house. He goes to 7 amber in his reserves there, and then 3 amber across his board that he'll be able to spend with Senator Brachus if he so chooses. Probably not going to be spending either from the tribunes currently. The one on Senator Brachus, maybe. Yeah, if you're Uchti here, kind of got to play Saurian. Get rid of that Senator before things get really out of control. He's going to move into the Star Alliance. He's decided he's got to get his hands moving, cycling through. He's going to play the Chen double cloaking dongle, generates a couple amber. He is still ahead. I mean, he's got a key. He's about to have 5 amber. And he finds his own Senator Brachus with an Odoak. Alright, that's exciting for him that he can move back into the Saurian here. And he's got Infernus Hysteria, which is a pretty fun combo. Lets you get some stuff out of your opponent's deck. BigZ very close here to cycling if he can't quite cycle out in Logos. BigZ's gonna forge. He only pays the amber off the Brachus, reducing it back down to 4 power. I kind of expect him to go Dinos again and just see what happens, but don't know for sure. Let's think here. So he's got a 9/6 Thero across the board from him, which is too big for his tribunes to fight down. So instead they could reap. I don't know, it's an alright play, but I don't know that it's enough. On the other side, Uchti probably looking to get this Saurian house into play. He's got 3 amber captured on Thero, which he can spend, which would be super exciting for him. Also a touch of amber control with the Odoak, but mostly just preventing the stealing. Not a lot of stealing going to be happening though in Ikari. These 2 decks are crazy strong. You just he'll read down the list and every card is like, yeah, I would take that card in my deck. BigZ, have him do some thinking on this one. It's gonna go ahead and move into the Logos. Dicenian not gonna hit any archived cards, which is a bit of an oof. Code Monkey gonna archive up the. I missed what it archived up. Dysania, Jargoggle. Okay, yeah, that checks out. That makes sense. Alright, so he does still have Dysania available if cards do get archived, although I guess there's not a ton of archive here in Uchti's deck. Yep. Not seeing any at all, actually. Anyway, action is back on Uchti. If kiosks remain at 6, BigZ could go ahead and sack both of his tribunes to forge that key with Senator Brackus. I don't know whether or not that's something he's interested in doing. BigZ also stuck a daughter on the board, letting him draw more cards. What did I miss? Oh, Jargoggle. Yeah, did manage to make it through his deck, so the Infernus looking like it's going to have to purge its own cards for Amber control if that's the angle. And not very strong with the 3 captured Amber on his Thero. So we're going to go into Saurian here. Plays the Senator. Gonna play the Odoac. That's enough to bump him off the, check. And then, yeah, we'll see what he wants to do with this Thero. It does have a ton of armor. He could take out the Brackus. Could, yeah. The other option is Reap and get to 6. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and do the Reaping, just in case Brackus dies here. BigZ has a bunch of discards in his hand with a snag available to fight the Brackus. Probably the angle I expect to see. Although interdimensional graft being it, that's kind of an interesting play. It encourages Uchti to spend all his pooled amber rather than the amber off Thero Centurion. Ludo to protect the 2 amber on the tribunes. Yeah, you could take it or leave that play. You do have the 4 soaring creatures in play though. Yeah, I don't hate that angle, but yeah, looks like we're gonna see this coming out, especially with so much board. The Obsidian Forge represents a potential win condition right there. It's a disc key cheat, lets you sack your own board to forge a key, and we have Infernus able to purge cards in this discard pile. So let me pull this up. I don't know if these cards. No, I can't make that any bigger or smaller, but yeah, we'll see what he chooses to Infernus. That ought to be interesting. Festering Touch to deal 1 to Senator Brackus and Oda Patrician. Yeah, here comes the Infernus. This is the highlight of the turn. I guess other than the Obsidian Forge, which is super threatening. We get rid of Not Finished With You in 3 Fates. And I like that play. I kind of wonder about getting rid of Quintrino Flux and or Axiom of Grisk. Just to remove board clears when you're this far ahead and trying to play into the Obsidian Forge. But it looks like he valued, 3 Fates is removal. I appreciate that. Not Finished With You represents, maybe that Infinite's happening in extra time in this game. We'll see. I don't know. I kind of like getting rid of one of those board clears when you're this far ahead on board. Pretty interesting. We'll see what happens. See if that comes back to bite him or not. Uchti here, looking at a bit of an awkward hand. He could Infernus Hysteria. He's gonna have to purge some of his own cards if he chooses that angle. And again, it throws a bunch of amber off his creatures into BigZ's pool, letting him forge. Or he's got a kind of impotent Starlion's hand here. It just gets him 3 amber, a fighter, a reap with Chen. He's going to Saurian. Does have 2 keys, 2 amber. I feel like I'm missing something. Got a fight with Thero. Drops the snag. Libraries that into his pool. Don't know why the pool is the best place for it either. I guess because Hysteria Infernus is the angle here. We'll fight down the board a bit. Center bracket's gone from BigZ. Removes that incoming key there. Prevents the Obsidian Forged for the win. Not this turn, but incoming sooner rather than later. We'll see. BigZ's got 3 Saurian cards, 3 Logos cards. I wouldn't hate seeing the Logos come out here. Get that Eddie on the board. The creature doesn't have any Logos board control here. He's not going to be able to fight or remove the threats on Uchti's board, which both creatures are meaningful. Here comes Interdimensional Graft. That Candle unit. Eddie to archive. Alright. Again, very fast, able to remove a bunch of cards from your hand, let you keep drawing. He reaps up, he's got 7 amber. Does have some pipped cards in his discard pile now. Infernus Hysteria looking like a pretty tasty play right this second. Does bounce the Eddie, which you're maybe not a huge fan of, but I don't know. It controls his board. Removes Obsidian Forge as an option. Lets you get rid of the opponent's Infernus and Interdimensional Graft. Yeah, remember BigZ has that Exhume. 2 of them, in fact. Although maybe Exhume is a more exciting target. Could try to wait that out. I don't know how much longer this game is actually going to go. Uchti thinking long and hard about this one. He could push for check. Exhume in the bin. It's just Infernus. So Forges 7, 1 amber, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If nothing dies, Obsidian Forge, and no amber cost change or anything, Obsidian Forge looks like it's technically an option. Yeah, thanks for the follow, Pie Eater. I appreciate that. Also, Wild Wormhole and Titan's Oak followed. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you hanging out. We are going to see a Star Alliance play here. He reaps with Commander Chen. That's letting BigZ draw cards because of the candle unit. Drop the Eddy, reducing his key costs. Transport a platform, force field, and zap coming out here. BigZ still at 6 amber. Looks like he's going to forge that key. Choices here for BigZ. Transporter platform is you kind of wish those upgrades were on a Star Alliance creature. But really, we're looking at game end scenarios here. We're getting into that awesome knife fight that is Keyforge, where you're trying to keep your opponent off check, but get yourself check, and get through it all. It's gonna be super exciting here. Uchti with 7 amber. Currently, his keys cost 6. There is an Eddy in BigZ's hand, so he's going to choose Logos. Can play out that Eddy. He's got some card draw. He's got some amber generation, all that stuff. Looking tasty to get towards that Obsidian Forge. Binding Irons. Probably not enough turns left in this game for that to completely take effect. Binding Irons came from the Wild Wormhole. Lots of Muffins is super excited about the Hysteria Infernus incoming. Yeah, assuming he gets to play that, that's going to be pretty powerful. It's one of my favorite plays, Keyforge, right now. Tau Vapors, Cutthroat Research, Titan Guardian, and Eddy, bumping the key cost up to 9. Yeah, BigZ goes to 5 amber. He's got a commanding board. It's probably time for the Hysteria Infernus combo. Not now, then when is man, this stream delay. I wish I don't know. It would have been 3 minutes is kind of a long time to keep up with the chat, but lots of muffins. Still waiting on that Infernus play. We'll see. It should happen shortly here. 10 viewers. Welcome to the stream, guys. Super excited to have you here. This is BigZ versus Uchti, and we'll be raiding over to another stream after this to continue with the tournament. We'll wait till after the game to figure that out. We are right at the end of this game here. BigZ. Actually, does he have it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, sorry, it's Uchti's turn. Right. I got distracted. That's why we're here. We're infernusing. See, here's the discard pile to choose from. Probably looking at something like Wild Wormhole Festering Touch, but I could be wrong. Gonna be Eddy and Wild Wormhole. I like that play too. Get that Eddy out so it can't be exhumed. And then yeah, Hysteria is gonna discard Infernus to steal one instead of Alright, alright. Now we have 10 amber on Uchti, and we have this horrible hand of 10,000 cards on BigZ. Yeah, it definitely looks like the Saurian House isn't going to get in there. We've got Eddie archives a 4th card. And Code Monkey to archive Jargoggle and Dysania maybe would be enough to prevent the key through key cost. This turn notably not going to get him to 6 amber though. Yeah, the Tribune went under Jargoggle, ended up in the discard pile. Oh, right, Code Monkey. Duh, I'm so sorry. Code Monkey archiving the 2 Logos creatures does get him to 6 amber. And Eddie makes the cost 10. So now we're back over to Uchti, who looking like he's probably got to play this Saurian setup out. Each creature's play effect is a play reap effect. Interesting. I haven't played with that card much. Gonna play the Thero, slurp the amber off it with the library. Also plays Compsos Haruspex. That's a name. And Quester. Not sitting on any amber control in his hand though, so really the only amber control is this Thero Centurion or Steel 2 with Dis. We're looking at display here from BigZ. Play out Invidious Eterome. Use Festering Touch to get rid of the EE. Uchti's keys cost 12, so he did not make check last turn. Big Z's going to exhume his own EE. And yeah, his keys cost 6. He's going to be able to Obsidian Forge the game. Oh, alright, he's already left the game. We did not catch him in time. That's alright. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that one though. Let me see. Said Crybear says, I think a few snag attacks in the Chan we missed earlier. Yeah, I assume that was by me. But maybe you mean by the opponent. I'm not sure. Anyway, I guess let me pull up the bracket here. For round 3, we're going to go over to 1-star Peep stream. So let me set up that raid, and we're going to get you on over there. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. It's a pleasure having you here. Got to watch some very high quality Keyforge. And let me get this raid set up. Yeah, I'm Cody Kraz. I stream Keyforge from time to time. I do our local. I'll stream my point of view for tournaments when I play in online tournaments and stuff, and just kind of when I'm playing occasionally. Sorry, what was this guy's name? It was. Is it not on this stream graphic? Crap. 1-star Peeps. Nope. Oh, 1-star Squire. 1/splash, please post Twitch so I can raid. Yeah, again, it was a pleasure having you, and may the draws be ever in your favor. Good luck with tournaments you guys are doing. Oh, here, this link will work. Jeez. All right, here comes the raid, guys. Thanks for watching. Flash raid. Yeah, let's go watch more Keyforge over there, and I'll see if I can go ahead and cast over there as well for a game. See you soon, guys.
Right.
So that losing that key charge hurt him. So if he'd gotten that back, that would have been really good. Honestly, he was in a place where his hand was getting more and more just kind of gummed up with weird combinations of cards, it looks like, than anything else.
Yeah, I saw that. The last couple of turns that he had like 2